All right, so it seems like it's gonna be a pretty dry week in Dokkan. Unfortunately, this week doesn't have an EZA or anything like that in the data download. Next week is the part 2 LR, but we're still about what 5-6 days away from that reveal. Maybe we could get a hint or a teaser later on in the week, but I don't know. Now, luckily, we do have the Gexen Squadra Project Multi-Network test at the end of the week, which I will be live a bunch and recording a bunch of videos and things like that. But in the meantime, we'll be talking about a little bit Dokkan. A global Dokkan celebration is upcoming. Basically, at the end of the month is when I think we'll get the countdown, like on the 30th. So we might start getting teasers near the end of the month as well. So let's just start talking about it since we're getting really, really close. And before talking about, the main characters, who they could be, I'm actually going to bring up EZAs because I think there's a lot of potential options for a global Dokkan celebration that I will make a more dedicated, maybe an edited video for that. But for this in specific, we're just going to be talking about EZAs, right? And just bringing up some of the more exciting, more interesting EZAs that may actually happen. And in fact, I'll also bring up Misaka's chart too, I guess, just cause in case anyone doesn't bring up anything specifically, but let me just make a quick cut for that. All right, I brought up the EZA chart too, and if we need to, there's actually the Super EZA chart. And again, we'll reference this throughout the video. Now I brought up the two Super Saiyan 4s as a potential Super EZA because I'm kind of leaning towards Daima Global Dokkan Celebration. Or I think that at least it's a very, very big chance, right? Again, I say that there's a couple of options, but Super Saiyan 4 specifically just feels like a pretty good move if they're gonna go ahead and do a global Dokkan celebration centered around that. Now we could actually go ahead and I guess I'll bring up the GT links specifically. And these guys EZA'd quite some time ago for Golden Week 2021. The very same Golden Week that the Super Saiyan Goku and Super Saiyan Vegeta released. They have their EZAs, right? So I don't think that it's impossible to see Super EZAs for these two characters for like a major celebration. It seems like, again, Global Dokkan Celebration is going to be the equivalent to an anniversary for the global version, which means that it's going to be an equivalent, size anniversary celebration to JP. And with that in mind, I could see like, anniversary Super EZAs happening during a celebration like this, especially if they really want to push Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Mini Super Saiyan 4 Goku, whoever they release. I think Super Saiyan 4 Goku will be a shoo-in for a Daima kind of celebration with this. So with that in mind, I think getting more grade 8 power characters will be good. And yes, I know a lot of people think that, this Goku might not be grade 8 power. I think it would be really silly if they're not actually on grade 8 power. Now, these guys have a pretty good link set, of course, overall with the Saiyan Roar and everything like that. I think that, they have a pretty decent skeleton with the multiplicative buffs plus the counters, right? The counters could be pretty huge. Goku and Vegeta, again, each have a multi-turn raise here. If they make this, like, they could kind of give them a Glorio kind of buff if they want to, where both of them greatly raise attack and defense for the turn, but then they permanently stack attack and defense by 30% or something like that. Maybe they won't give them too many additionals, maybe like 1 or 2 bone additionals. But we saw Glorio has a similar ability where, again, Glorio does greatly raise attack and defense for the turn, but he does stack over time. Now, of course, Glorio does like, 5 super attacks a turn, basically, sometimes. These guys, maybe they could do like 1, 2, 3 super attacks a turn. I think that'd be okay, right? That could make their power really, really, really good. Of course, ideally some sort of damage reduction guard, defensive mechanic would be really huge too, but especially with a stacking kind of ability like that, I think that could be really nice. And if they both are stacking attack here, that could also make their counters start to hit really hard, just like the LR Super Saiyan 4s. Then imagine a team where it's like, okay, like grade 8 power, right? Let me bring up Super Saiyan 3 Goku is actually right here, funny enough. Like, let's say Super Saiyan 3 Goku's one character, then you have Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta, you have, which is the Gogeta, of course, you have the new Super Saiyan 4 adult Goku, maybe mini Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and then the 2 Super EZAs, and then that's like your team of 6. Then maybe you could sub in these characters. You could sub in Grade 8 Vegeta. In Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is another character that I think could get an EZA. Though he doesn't have like Saiyan Roar or anything, he'll still look pretty good with a lot of these Saiyan characters. Like this team could be really good. And you know, I think one pair of characters that maybe won't be talked about too much, these guys. I think if they're like, yeah, what we're gonna actually easy the heroes characters here, because I think like let's say if we talk about like I can actually bring up DB heroes. If we talk about Terrifying Conquerors, if I'm not mistaken, this guy's on Terrifying Conquerors. It's actually not. Oops. I'm kind of stupid then, I guess. I thought he was on Terrifying Conquerors, but I guess not. I mean, so many of these heroes characters are on Terrifying Conquerors, and I guess I'm just not remembering properly here. We do know that some of Glorio's, Goma's teams as well, but I am not 100% sure if, besides transformation boost potentially, that like this guy would fit under any of Goma's teams, like once you get an actual Goma like card in game. So and also don't remember the exact categories that were shown, but I mean I think it could be pretty cool for these two to get their EZAs around this time. I mean, we know the heroes characters, they said that they're going to EZA them over the time, so like if it's like a Daima celebration with a lot of grade 8 power in there, I think that is going to be really, really exciting. Very, very, very cool. But let's go ahead and take a look at some of the replies and just have a discussion regarding this here. So them, STR, Omega, and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, 3 Super EZAs and 1 EZA. That sounds like it's on the same level as an anniversary campaign. I mean, okay, so only the dummies think Tanabata could be Daima. Well, okay, we don't know what the theme for the anniversary could be. What if the theme is Saiyan versus Conqueror or something like that? Because we know Goma is on Terrifying Conquerors. In fact, let me here I brought up the categories. Truth just had them there, but like Terrifying Conquerors. Like what if it's Saiyans versus Conquerors or something like that? Like who knows, right? And then it's like, oh, wait, guys. Terrifying Conquerors, the main team. We're going to just EZA the Coolers, the Friezas. We're going to get all the Cooler movies, Celebration EZAs in there. Like, people are acting like it's impossible that, like, Global Dokkan Celebration can't be Daima. And if you really narrow your vision down into it, yeah, I guess so, right? But Dokkan will force their way into making whatever they want into a celebration if they want to. They could release Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta and then be like, oh yeah, he actually leads Vegeta's family, and then Majin Vegeta EZAs, then they add to his intro, oh, if the full team is Vegeta family or something. Or like the Trunks restriction is changes to also Vegeta family, and then it's like they release Vegeta and Trunks or something like that as an EZA. I was like, oh, wow, that'd be really cool, you know? And then they're like, oh, yeah, for Goma's team, Terrifying Conquerors, they're actually EZing STR Cooler, Physical Meta Cooler. Super Saiyan 4 Goku's team is like Pure Saiyans or something, and then they release these two as their EZAs. Like, they could do it. They could. I mean, to be fair, do we have a Pure Saiyans leader recently? The year 10s both Pure Saiyans, right? They could still do that, right? And yeah, just another Pure Saiyans leader. Okay, you know, I'm sure there's many teams that could lead that to fit both of these characters on there. You guys see the point? Like, if it's just a Saiyan versus like a main villain, they could do whatever they want for the theme. So I think, or I mean, even if it doesn't fit the theme, they could just so easy the characters sometimes. Like, okay, so. Cooler worldwide EZAs, throw in these Super EZAs, maybe 1-2 more banger celebration. Yeah, imagine like Super Saiyan 4 Super EZAs, and then I think Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, like okay, that's 2 Super EZAs, 1 major EZA. I would say even though Super Saiyan 4 into Gogeta is a character that's not like part of a major celebration, think people are very excited about this guy's EZA, so I would consider him like a big time EZA. I think this guy would be like, I mean, they made Tech Hefla really good. She's a fusion. I think that's probably one of the big reasons they made her really good. By the way, is my theory is that it's because she's a fusion. So I assume Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta will get that same level of love and treatment. Then imagine the 4 cooler EZAs right here. So that's what, 1 TUR EZA, 4 LR EZAs, 2 Super EZAs, and then maybe they give us, I don't know, what Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, they release Vegeta and Trunks or Majin Vegeta. Like they could do what they want if they, even for the full Daima celebration, right? With Daima being far and away that's most likely the GZC option, these Cooler fans aren't releasing that if Cooler doesn't EZA here, aren't realizing if Cooler doesn't EZA here, may get thrown into year 11. Homeless like Buhan, Full Power Frieza. I mean, well, to be fair, Buhan did get like a really strong Majin Buu team. Like, it was in April, being fair, at the end of April, and he released, at least in the GP version, at the end of February or early March. But I still get that point, right? It's Kid Buu and Kid Buu. I guess because like Majin Buu Saga, like I guess they could do like a they could do a Majin Buu Saga countdown, and then like a Majin Buu Saga EZA happens. Majin Vegeta? I didn't really think about that. Or like is there a Majin Buu Saga Super EZA that could happen like that? I'm not really seeing one. Like, that's why you said Kid Buu, but like if they do like a Majin Buu Saga countdown, it could be like it could be Goma and Degetsu looking through all the past memories for each day. And then it's like, oh, Majin Vegeta is one of the days, and then it's like Majin Vegeta gets his EZA. Sure, they could do that, right? I think that would actually, that makes a lot of sense. That's kind of interesting. It's like you get there again, you get there in Majin Vegeta there, right? But like this is also, I assume this is talking about Daima rather than GT. I guess this could be talking about like a GT worldwide or a global Dokkan celebration. I gotta replace that. I personally, I don't think GT is gonna be. Maybe it could be Daima / GT. I've seen some people talk about, but I don't know. I think GT will be. I don't think this is the time for GT right now per se, especially with Daima. I think they would want to get as many Daima characters out, but who knows? These two Super EZAs need to be fire. There is a reason they didn't Super EZA during the 10th anniversary. There isn't a lot of Super EZAs that match the Daima theme. Well, yeah, the Daima theme specifically, but just don't make it like it's gonna be Daima character releases, but they don't have to make the theme Daima, right? Also, people are too focused. I think a little focused on like the need of like a specific theme, when half the time Dokkan just says stuff. They just say stuff, and they're like, "Yeah, this is the theme." It's like, okay. Remember when Amatsu said the 8th anniversary characters will be characters that have not been anniversary units before, and then it still ended up being Goku and Vegeta, just like moments in the series that weren't represented in the anniversary previously, right? Maybe that should have been a better way to put it, and my OBS is kind of showing there. Just GT, you just want so much GT right there. I mean, these are all the GT EZAs that could happen. Hit Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Okay. Heroes Agenda, yeah, again, I talked about these two earlier, but yeah. No one's really bringing up much else. And I did ask the question if Daima was GDC, right? So that does make sense. In fact, I did forget I asked that part of the question, but you know what? Sure, we'll probably make another video for like other versions, but like, you know, let's say Namek Saga. I think will probably be more obvious, or some other themes that maybe people aren't thinking about at all. But that's all for me. Let me know what you guys are thinking. I think these two would be pretty cool though. Super Saiyan 4 into Gogeta. I would say these, like this guy, makes a lot of sense. No matter what, I feel like, you know, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan sitting right there for so long is also very just like odd to me, right? I don't think that means he's gonna EZA for this Global Dokkan celebration, but I think like Frieza makes sense. I think there's a lot of Frieza stuff upcoming, so like they can still save like a Golden Frieza, Resurrection of Blues. Like, what if Tanabata is Namek Saga still, or Tanabata is like Resurrection F again or something, right? Although I say again, Tanabata was never Resurrection F, but you guys kind of get the point. Like, what if it was a tag Blue Goku and Vegeta into a transforming Golden Frieza, and then we get these guys, and then this guy to EZA, or you know, maybe it could be Gohan versus Bojack. Let's see. But thanks for watching. That's heading into way past the future of what we're talking about here. And I'll catch you guys next time.